Okay, so we are going live. Says we are now live. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. We're here in Las Vegas. I am Jen Phillips with Just Ask Jen LV, and we are here with you today with my friend April Azzolino. I met April, actually, I was looking April 5 years ago, almost like it was December 5 years ago when you and I met. And so it's really kind of cool that this comes around and we get to share what you're doing today. And I'm going to get caught up too, everybody, because I haven't talked to April in a little while. So we're going to get to learn about what she's doing and how she is impacting not only our Las Vegas community, but people around the world. So April, welcome. How are you today?
Thank you so much, Jen, for having me here. I can't believe it's been 5 years from where we first met, how time has flown by. And I'm so grateful to you because 5 years ago, you were my first client in hypnosis. And I know you don't know that, but you were my very first client. And because you gave me an opportunity to work with you, I've now been able to, believe in myself in that modality and to work in that field. And it was a gift. You gave me a gift. So thank you.
You are so very welcome. So it's funny. So everybody, I knew April as a hypnotist, but I didn't realize that she's done so much more. So April, will you share with us what it is that you do? You mentioned spiritual development and wellness. What does that mean?
So, I guess around 2009, I was introduced to a spiritual development college called Shores College. And I just became really curious, you could say. I have a curious personality. Mm-hmm. And I became curious, like, what does it mean to live as me, a spiritual being? How my, you could say, spiritual gifts or psychic gifts, whatever that word is for people, work, the inner workings of myself. And so I got introduced to that college, and I became a consultant for the college over 10 years ago. And I started, here in Las Vegas doing live classes in the metaphysical field on past lives, reincarnation, angels, anything, in that kind of capacity, the clairs, all of that stuff. And then, of course, like 5 years ago when I met you, I added the modality of hypnosis, to my, I guess the word I want to say, repertoire of stuff. And so, like anyone else, I'm growing and learning, all kinds of things. But I really did start in that spiritual development field with Shores College, doing some private consultations with people, helping them understand their inner workings. Like, what does it mean when you have these insights about things that is kind of unexplainable, like how you feel or see or hear stuff, but nobody's there. So helping people understand their inner workings, of their spiritual nature. We have a spiritual nature, right? So putting, I guess I would have put context or content. How does that work? What does it mean? Why did you come to planet? Why did you come to planet Earth? Oh, big school here. We're all in a big school, and then, 5 years ago when I met you, I started adding hypnosis. And so now I do a lot more of like spiritual hypnosis, past lives, past life regression, in between lives or prenatal, when you were out there in the universe, why did you decide to come to planet Earth? And then even future lives. Well, where will you be 500 years from now? Another planet, or, here on planet Earth, why would you reincarnate back? And what's keeping you coming back to planet Earth? Because to come back here is there's something here for me to grow from. There's something, or I would not come here, right? So, to me, fun stuff. I enjoy this. It's great. And, before this, I was a hairdresser, hairstylist for over 30 years. And I like to say I just took, I kind of outgrew that field after over 30 years. So I was working with people's outside beauty. And now I like to think of myself as working with people's inside beauty.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Okay, I have another question. So, why does someone come to you? Like, what kind of results are people looking for when they come and work with you?
The people that come and find me are probably looking for something that they haven't gotten elsewhere. So they've looked everywhere else, right? They've done a lot of things, but there's still something that hasn't quite fit. And they're trying to put the piece of the puzzle in there that they haven't found elsewhere. And so with whatever I do, whether it's some spiritual consultations or past life mentoring, I'm able to help them put that piece of the puzzle that they've been looking for, insert it. And I like to say, become more whole. We're all doing the best we can in all of our capacities, right? But getting more healing or wholeness into, the inner workings of myself.
Gotcha. Now I have another question. How does somebody get in touch with you? Like besides Facebook, and I know that's where we have this right now, and I really should get these up onto YouTube. But how does somebody get in touch with you when they are like, oh, you know what? I want to try her out. Like you said, I've tried everything else and I want to see what April has to offer. How does somebody get in touch with you?
Well, they can go to my website, which is just like my name, apriliazzolino.com, and they can see some of my services and what is that for them. Obviously there's Facebook and there's Instagram, and you know what? You can just email me. It's really simple. Like I do free consultations. So let's say somebody says, I really don't know what my need is. I know there's something there. Well, I do discovery calls or clarity calls, whatever that is. And let's just find out, if I think I can help you, I'll say, hey, I think I'm your gal. Or if I'm not, I may refer you to somebody.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, where do you see yourself with your business? Where do you want to take this?
Wow, that's so great. I've been doing this regrouping, I like to call it, the end of the year, right? Like to me, this week is my, I'm just like everybody else. What have I done this year and where am I going? Mm-hmm. And I really want to do more online stuff. I'm almost 60, so I've had to learn in the last 3 years, like how to do Zooms and the technology, which is a big deal. I mean, I grew up with a typewriter, so learning these things. So for me, I want to do more online events. Actually, I'm putting together my first online event, January 22nd. I'm going to do a past life regression online and meet your primary angel meditation. And I'm going to do that January 22nd. It is up on my event page on my website, but I want to do more online stuff, so I can reach a wider audience than just Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. That would be my goal. How am I going to go about it all? Well, I'm still growing in that area. So, but I do have things like that, things I'm kind of, wanting to put in place for 2023 so that the world can have more healing. It's kind of I call it a wonky donkey world right now, right? So, and that's okay. That's planet Earth. That's a part of planet Earth every time we come here. So helping people just be able to navigate their inner workings inside themselves. So the outer influences, the noise, right? A lot of noise. I can just buffer myself away from it.
Oh,
It's
that's
going to be that, to have things in place so people can feel more secure, more free.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I want to have one last piece. What is a piece of your wisdom that you can give to people as they enter 2023 and leave 22 behind?
Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice. That will be your biggest gift to yourself. Not your family, not your friends, not your outside world, society, your inner voice, your inner knowings and inner wisdoms. That will be a big highlight for everyone.
Very cool. April, thank you so much for joining us today. For everybody who's watching, looking forward to meeting you and sharing your business messaging. If you're interested in what April has to offer, she is tagged in this. Her website is in the comments. And if you don't know how to yet listen to your inner voice, you may want to consider connecting with April soon. She has an event coming up next month. If you didn't catch that, January 22nd, and her website has all the details if you'd like to participate in that event, seeing a past regression on a Zoom, and you will be able to have learn who your angel is. I think that sounds really cool. So, April, thank you again for joining us. Any last minute words for our friends?
Have fun. Have fun being here. Just go have fun.
Oh, that
Thank
sounds
you so much. I appreciate you.
You are so welcome. And then I need to talk to you because I've got some ideas for you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop this and then I'm going to give you a call.